Hey guys, and welcome back to the Redstone world. My name is Rick Chronic, and today we're going to be doing some redstone. Okay, this is going to be a simple thing, but it's just to ease our way back into doing redstone. So if you guys have any ideas for any redstone things you want me to do, please leave them down in the comments below, and we'll put them on the wall. Funny enough, if we go over to this wall right now, if you go over to this wall, we are in the latest snapshot. That's why I have a lingering potion right here. But funny enough, some of these are actually implemented in the actual normal Minecraft, so we won't be able to really do them. We might be able to do some of them, make them better, like the poison cloud. Poison cloud. What it would be is a cloud that will poison you when you walk in it. Basically the same thing as this. It's a cloud that poisons you when you walk into it. So that has actually been implemented into normal Minecraft. So now we can just make a machine to throw these out. Bam, poison cloud done. So we might come up with something better to do for that, but yeah, actually implement it into the game. Same thing as the flame breath. Now the flame breath out of the mech suit has been implemented, of course, but the dragon actually now shoots flame breath. So yeah, some of these ideas are actually in normal Minecraft now. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. So you might notice that there wasn't a video yesterday. I want to talk about that first. The reason why is because there's a lot of small, very powerful storms that went through the area yesterday that I live in, and my power got knocked out for a couple hours, and it kind of flickered on and off for another couple hours. So it was a bad day. It was I didn't really want to do anything computer wise, but so I spent most of the day just working on random stuff, and it was a pretty boring day. So I wasn't able to get a video uploaded or even recorded yesterday, so I'm sorry about that. And second of all, the other reason why is because my sister actually was sick with a stomach virus, and I was scared of getting it. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but last year I got a really bad stomach bug, and I was pretty much doing nothing for a month. It was horrible. I think I lost like 20 some pounds while I was on it. It was bad. It was bad, and I'm terrified. Ever since I got that, I'm terrified of getting it again. So I didn't really want to do anything yesterday, but my sister seems fine now, so hopefully nobody else will get sick. But that's pretty much why there wasn't a video, is because the power went out, and I also didn't really feel up to recording. But I did do some stuff over the weekend on this mech suit. We're getting it almost done, at least kind of prototyping it. So we got pretty much everything outlined. As you can see, I got like the spine and everything outlined. The arms aren't outlined that much, just to the shoulder a little bit. The head is finally outlined, and also you might notice the mech suit is back further because I had to use the clone command. I set up at least 30 command blocks to clone this because this is over the 4,000 block limit or whatever. Way over it. Way over the 4,000 block limit. And so I had to use a lot of command blocks to clone it to get it back here, because as you notice, this is the center line. It's now 1 block instead of 2, because I hated the 2 block because it was screwing up a lot of my planning. So I had to make it 1 block, which actually works out a lot better, because as you see now, you got the line that can go straight down the middle of the body. So that way I can plan out stuff like where the eyes are going to go and stuff a lot better. So that was the one thing you might notice. So I'm still working on that. Don't worry. And we're still doing this. We're going to do redstone and stuff. I'm sorry that last couple of episodes have been about snapshots. I know there's some of you that have gotten a little bit angry about that, and I'm sorry. But remember, I do this just for free, so it's not costing you anything. But I'm sorry about that, because all I wanted to do was show you guys what's in the new snapshots and kind of get some ideas of stuff we can use like this in the redstone world. We can have a machine shoot this out. We can use some of the new arrow types. We can use their shields now. We can use dual wielding for a lot of this stuff to make it a lot easier to like build with, like this. I can have both of these out at the same time, but I can't use both of them, of course, which is the one thing that I don't really like. I wish there was a way to, well, actually you can do that. You can do that. Just keep switching back and forth. So I guess there is a way to do it real quick. And I hope that never sets anything off. Okay, so we're going to be doing some redstone. Let's take that back. We're going to be doing some redstone today. It's not really real hard redstone. It's just something I wanted to show you guys because I've never done it. So, particles. In the new snapshots, they've changed particles a lot. Particles are no longer entities. You can spawn basically an infinite amount of them. You can spawn a huge amount of them, way bigger, like thousands of times bigger than you could before, and it won't mess with the performance of your computer or anything, which is awesome. And I've been wanting to do particles on that thing. I remember we were going to do it in the jetpack in the back, so we still might do that, but today we're just going to mess around with coloring particles. So I tried to figure out how to do this. I couldn't figure it out. I went to a lot of different websites to figure this out. So I didn't come up with this myself, but just wanted to show you guys just in case you're wondering how to color particles as well, like I was. And I finally found it. It's amazing that this isn't that documented that much. But so here's how you do it. The good news is you can color particles. The bad news is you can only color one particle at a time. So that's where the trickiness comes in. So what we're going to be doing today is, if you look at this is 12 blocks. This will start a clock. Then these particles will all spawn out of these blocks one at a time, but they're really rapidly, so it'll look like at least like 10 or 12 at a time. And they'll all be the same color. And if you notice, they're not the normal color that this certain particle is. That's the thing to notice here. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to mess with each of the blocks, and we're going to change the color of each of them, get like a rainbow going, and then we're going to try to fit them together in a big ball. So that is the plan today. That's what we're going to be messing around with, kind of an experiment, just to see what you can do with particles. It's very basic, I know, but just in case anybody out there is wondering how to color particles, this is how you do it. Okay, so let's just show it in action first. Okay, actually, didn't have to do that. Had to do that. There we go. As you see, those are orange. Those are orange particles. What in this world emits orange particles? There's a good answer to that. Almost nothing except for potions. Almost nothing emits orange particles. So how did I get the orange particles? So you might notice these kind of resemble redstone, the particles that redstone is given off, as you see right there. That is because it is redstone. It's the redstone particle itself. It's called red dust. So you type in /particle red dust, then wherever you want to spawn it at right here, wherever you want to spawn it at, so we're spawning just one above the block, and then this does the coloring. This would usually be the direction that everything would go in, but while you're using redstone particles and a couple other ones, if your count is 0, that will become color. So if you notice, if I turn this count to 10, all of a sudden we got a rainbow of particles that are going 10 blocks radius. So yeah, doesn't really work with that. So as you see, once you put a count in there, they lose their color. They'll become a random color, but they'll lose their color. So you want to keep that at 0, which means you can only spawn one at a time. That's the really bad part of this. But you can also up the speed if you want, which means they'll go out farther, they'll fly further away. But right now we got speed on really low, so they just kind of stay there. But they are one particle at a time. So how you change the color is 042. 042, that's a color. So if we do that, let's change this one to a 1. Let's go 100. That was black. Okay. Now let's go 200. And you'll see they start to get a little bit more red. So we can do 3. Let's go 4. 400. And look, now even more red. So you can see that's red, blue, green. So normal kind of hexadecimal coloring system. So we got that. So let's make the colors. So let's say we want one blue. So let's go with 0, maybe 7. Nope, that's yellow. Okay. Okay, let's try, what is this one? Is this blue then? That's pink. See, it's a little bit different coloring system, so we're going to have to work around with this. So let's try all 6s. Let's see what color that comes up with. It should be a gray. Yes, it is. It is a gray. Let's do some random numbers. Let's pick 5, 2, 5, 9. And that's a blue. And let's get 7, 1, 3. And let's try 6, 2, 8. And let's just go a couple other random ones. Let's 3, 1, 5. As you see, we're getting different colors. Let's keep one of them orange. Okay, so then let's try 9, 4, 2. So that should be a darker orange, yes. Okay, let's 9, 5, 2. Okay, let's try 9, 5, 5. And let's try 7, 4, 6. 7, 4, 6. Okay, we're getting some different colors. And let's try one that's just completely black. Oh, nope, that's red, because red is the base color. That's right. Okay, so let's try, it was 1, 0, 0, I think, was black. And let's try, it's kind of a black. And let's try 11, 0, 12. And let's try maybe 13, 4, 7. And let's try 8, 6, 11. Okay, so we got a whole different variety of colors. Now, granted, most of them will have a shade of red in them because it is red dust. But we got like a weird like lavender color. We got a bright blue. We got a couple purples. We got a gray. We got an almost black. We got, I don't know what you call that color. We got orange. We got a pinkish. And we got another pinkish with some blue in there. I don't know. I think it's 2 particles mixing together. So I don't know how that's happening, but we'll just leave it. So we got all the particles, okay? So you see you got different colors. You got to mess around. You can't figure out this because it's all based on red. It's like normal hexadecimal kind of coloring system, or not hexadecimal, whatever you call it. The coloring system where it's like up to 255. It's kind of like that, but it's based on red instead of black and white. So it's a little different. So you got to mess around with it if you want to get a certain color. But yeah, it does work pretty good. So now we're going to try to get these into a ball. So what I want to do is this will go this way. So let's center on some block over here. So let's go 1 and then back 2. So back 2. That should put it with that one. Okay, that puts it with that one. And then let's go back. Which way? Okay, it's the other way. Negative 1.5. That should be in the middle. Yes, that's the direct middle. So let's get all of them to the middle. And then we're going to try to spread them out a little bit. So let's get them all to the middle. So we got that. So this one should be negative 0.5. And back 2. And this one should be at back 2. And it should be just normal 0.5. So there we go. Now we got just a ball of weird colors, as you can see. All kinds of rainbow colors. All kinds of rainbow colors. So now let's try to spread them out a little bit. What happens if I change the speed of this one? Might have gone a little bit higher. I don't know. But we want to keep the colors, so we don't want to change the count. So if I just show you, if I change the count right now to 100, that's what happens. Now that might be cool. That might be what you're going for, is a rainbow color. But as you see, some of the colors that we had are not in there. So if we do 0, goes back to the little tiny ball of color. So now let's try to get these out just a little bit more. I think we can only go by 0.5, so I'm going to test that, see if we can go 0.75. No, we can go by 0.7, we can go by 0.25. Awesome. Okay, so let's keep certain ones. So let's go 1.5. Let's go 1.75. So that'll be over this way a little bit more. Let's do this one 1.75, so that'll be the other direction a little bit more. Okay, and then we want to go with a couple more. Let's do all these colors. So this one will be 2.25. That'll bring it that way a little bit more. And which one was that? That was this one. So this one we want to go 1.75. So as you can see, now we can do that. We can start to make like a little ball or something of them, as you can see, and we can outline something. So now I'm not going to go through all of this because I'd have to make a little bit more command blocks, or I'd have to make minimum of, what would that be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to make a minimum of 7 command blocks. So to do it, and how I would do it would be like this. These would all be the particles, and that'd be the smallest ball that you could get that would be spread out. But to make one that would actually look good, we'd have to go pretty far out, like this far out, to make it actually look fairly decent. We'd have to go this far out. So as you can see how many command blocks that would take, quite a lot. So we don't have time for that, but I just wanted to show you guys how to color particles. So there we go, and this is pretty much what it'd look like the next step up. And then one at the top and one at the bottom, of course. But yeah, as you can see, that would require a lot. But you can color particles, you just can't make a lot of them. So this would be good for if you want to have it go like right above something. Like if I put this over here and sent this straight to it, and you had it like that, and then you had like something just laying on there, and you wanted to just kind of highlight it for somebody on a map or something, you can do that and pick your color, but it'll only be a little tiny bit. Or you could make it slightly off a little bit, like this one could be right here. Let's see if I can get this right like this. Let's do it like that. Let's put these ones slightly off center from that one. So we want to go which way? This way. So that's negative. We want to go negative 0.6. No, 9. Let's go 9. Okay, so that went the wrong way. Oops. Negative 0.9. The other one, negative 0.9. So that's a little bit. So you can see you can make it a little bit more like that. So you can do that one, and then maybe let's try this one 0.8, and then maybe put this one at negative 0.8. So we can spread them out just a little bit more, and then you can highlight stuff like that. Yeah, pretty nice. And we're gonna do that in the mech suit. We're gonna highlight certain things using particles. Like what I'm going to mainly use this for is, I can shut this down. Mainly use this for is if we go up here into the head, gonna use it for when you set one of these off. You have to place these torches here to set one of them off. But what I'm gonna basically use it for is set a particle. So when you do this, and you see that's running, there'll be a particle here that will basically tell you it's running. So that's what we're going to mainly use the colored particles for. We're going to have a color for each of the sides, and it's just going to tell you when the thing is running, so that way you can turn it off. Which should have turned it off? Oh, we have to, that's right, do it this way, because there's nothing up there. Duh. There we go. So it would have told me that it was running, so I can just place the thing down and do it again. So, and it's better than like using a light or something, because you have to actually place a block here. So using the particles would be a really cool way of just alerting you to the fact that one of these is actually running. So guys, I hope you liked the video. I know we didn't do much, but at least you know how to color your own particles now. and we're going to be using the colored particles up there. Since we can only do one at a time, we don't need that much to keep this going, and we can put the actual the command block that does the particle in the actual arm itself and just have it just spawn right up there, so we don't have to put anything up here. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Next time we're probably going to work on that particle thing, and we're going to do maybe a little bit of decorating inside the suit, and I'm going to be working on that suit off camera. It'll probably be at least done by next episode. At least the outside will be done. It won't be finalized, but it'll be like rough draft, a really rough draft. But at least we'll be able to get some things working and be able to start working on some redstone that's going to go inside that. So guys, hope you like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.